It's the worst way to start a stream of a fucking scary story game. Now it's gonna be playing in my head, this whole thing. And be so wonderful. Alright. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another stream. I'm gonna be playing this game. It's called Tiny Bunny, and I know virtually nothing about it, aside from it's a scary game. Alright? It's about... I think you're a kid, and like your nightmares start coming to life. I'm not entirely sure, but it's like a story, and you read through it. And I thought that would be kind of cool to try. Alright? It's late in the evening, so I don't have to worry too much about viewership. Although amazingly, I already have one. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Yeah. I'm just gonna start it off. I don't really do intros, so I'm just gonna start it off. And we'll see. We'll see if it's good. Let me turn off my fucking AC though. Did not mean to have that thing on. Alright. Yeah. I told you I would be right back. Lickety split. Just like that. You know? Right back into it. The wind clawed at my window all night long. Shit. Let me turn down the lights. Got a fucking thing here. I can do that. I can turn down lights here. Check this out. Oh, hell yeah. Now it's soft lighting. I actually look way better in this lighting, huh? I should have turned it down ages ago. And it's atmospheric. It's moody. It's good for this type of game. I should get to fucking reading. I'm glad for the break, though. I had to pee so bad. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too, man. That's half of why I did it. Alright. The wind clawed at my window all night long. Do I click? Sure. It wandered the fields. What? Okay, yeah. And howled like a hungry beast. Damn. Hungry wind. And I don't know why I chose this game. I am not good at taking horror stories well. I'm like the guy who I can't watch a horror movie without like cycling through all the options that the characters have and like trying to find alternative solutions, you know? So like I watch a horror movie and the characters, I don't know, some fuckity monster is coming after them with a big spear or whatever. And I start like cycling up hundreds of ways I can get out of it, and it just ruins all immersion. And then I start like making parodies of it in my head. Like I watched It, the first It movie, right? And that fuckboy put his little, I should not call him that, he was like 2. He put his boat into the little gutter, and the clown got it, and immediately so like that's just shitty parenting right there. Like you should know. Not talking to that fucking clown. I've never seen a real horror movie because just a trailer scared the shit out of me. Yeah, see, I'm the polar opposite, where I very rarely see them because I just can't take them seriously. I remember back when I lived in Utah, right? I was hanging out with some friends, and we were all watching a horror movie at one of at this girl I know's place, right? And I don't remember what it was, but the lady is like going into the basement, and there's like ghosts coming after her, right? And you see the little demon thing, and I was like at this point, it's trying to kill her like 5 times, and she hears this sound in the basement, and instead of being like, that's the thing that's been trying to kill me for the last week and a half, her response is like, yo, Paul, you down there? You know, like she just starts going down to a flashlight, like, Paul, where are you? And I just start laughing because I'm like, what the fuck? Who writes this dumb shit? So, probably not gonna be able to take this book very seriously. That's what I'm saying. An endless song weaves from all sorts of voices: the shrill ones, the gentle ones, the sneery ones, and the twisted ones, all swirling together in the air, making noise like it just ain't fair. I'm sorry. They were shouting and laughing, so they appreciated what I just said. I should have made this game full screen, actually. There we go. Never mind, I won't do that, because it ruins the quality of the stream. I didn't read what it just said. So you're the laughing type. Interesting. Yeah, I can. I like... I have like this. I don't know. I have two ways of dealing with like horror things. You know, one is I take it very seriously, and I like you know, incorporate it and start thinking up like ways to get around it, like survivor mindset, right? And the other one is I acknowledge that it's not serious, and I do that like comedian thing where I deflect everything that's coming in, and I just turn it into a joke. And yeah, that's why people stopped inviting me to movies. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Damn. So my bed's in the snow. Our house had a mind of its own, the creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. Yeah. I used to live in an old house, and this kid. A lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, swaying back and forth, whirring occasionally, sometimes even jiggling. This is super cheesy, so fast. Yeah. It probably will stay that way, but hey, that'll be funny. One could come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves there is nobody behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes sway in, and the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. I've got to start going faster. I can tell the wind sound is looping, so I've got to start reading faster. It's just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was 12 after all. I'm a very fucking moody 12-year-old. Goddamn. Still. Yeah. Oh, it's a fox. I love foxes. They're adorable. Is that me and my girlfriend right there? Hey, put away your book. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? Also, goddamn, is that my mom? She do be. Let me just. Oh shit! I gotta move my face over. I don't wanna. I'll just. Doop. Bop. All right, that's my mom right there. All right. She is fine as hell. So now you can see where I got it from. Also, hell yeah, Cass. Foxes are fucking awesome. Have you seen like the little videos and they like jump on top of stuff and they run around? Welcome to the stream, whoever you are. We're talking foxes and I'm reading a story. Feel free to grab up some popcorn, a little snack. We're doing something kind of low-key here. Yeah, anyways, my mom is fine as hell is what I was trying to say. So, now you see where I get it. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. I am slouched. I assume this one's me, or this one might be me. Is this one me? Let's see. Oh, hide. I was like, what the fuck? Like, whoa. She has no business being that thick. Yeah, I know, right? She is straight fine. She looks like one of the girls from, have you ever seen those, like, ads on, they're often on, like, freebooting sites, but I've seen them on YouTube a couple times, and they're, like, it's like those walkthrough games, and they're always, like, the little characters, and it's, like, you can pick to, like, you find this guy in your room, he's rifling through your drawers. Do you kick him out of your room, or do you fuck on top of the drawers? She looks like one of the characters from those. I didn't protest it. I should reread one of those, huh? And I put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. Shit, man. I fucking love. Guy who played Terminator. Why am I blanking on the name? What's his fucking name? Senator of California or governor or something for a while. Whatever. I'll remember it. Yeah, episode game ads, I think. Have you played them? I haven't. I want to. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. The line was, Olia already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic she almost looked like your typical girl from commercials. You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes. as if it would make the porridge disappear. So my guy does not like porridge. I ain't a fan of porridge either. Also, I can see that whoever was watching the stream fucking left. The bastard! This is why I don't get viewers. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night. The black forest around our house and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. It's like grits, kind of. You ever had grits? That 12-year-old is a piece of work. Yeah, so this guy's 12, and he thinks like a fucking 28-year-old depressed poet from the 1800s. And this is Olia, who I'm gonna assume is my sister. Which is better than my first assumption that we're gonna forget I did. I like grits. I mean, sometimes. You gotta make them right, otherwise they're fucking awful. I've never had porridge, so that's all I can compare. It looked like a jelly... Is it like oatmeal, I think? It looks like a jellyfish from the Cousteau Odyssey. I love that show. I don't even know what that is. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. It's alright. I've never really gone that deep. I wonder. Or how cold the Black Forest is at night. I mean, you could always open a window. It looks like they got a little latch right here. The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes. This kid. Her green eyes batted angrily at me. Isn't porridge just British oatmeal? I don't know, it might be. If that's the case, then goddamn, my mother is thicker than a bowl of porridge. Well, what did I just say? She says, I'll get the spoon. Did I, like, drop the spoon because of, like, the trauma of eating porridge? He's like, I'm sorry. You know? I had to get the porridge spoon again, and I felt around, and, what's this? Carved on the other side of the table. My fucked up mind started going another fucking direction when he said, what's this? And his mom turned around. Because I am a fucking menace, I suppose. Karina. That is not... Oh, it's written in, like, Russian, I think, or something. But that does say Karina. 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 Hey, that's my mom's name, so she's the one who wrote it. You have green eyes, too? That's nice, it's rare. I have brown eyes. They're kind of greenish along the... You know Russian? Hell no. I just looked like a P and I was like an N. That looks like a ha. Russian is apparently really hard to learn. Apparently it's like they have different dialects regionally, kind of like Chinese or Japanese. But in Japanese it's easier because there's just Okinawa and then normal dialect. And in Chinese it's very fucking difficult because it's like region specific. But most business is done in, I believe, Mandarin. Russian, the language itself is like... It is the amalgam of all the different things. So it's not like dialect specific to your region, it's like dialect specific to your person, and that lets people know sort of stuff about your history. Like if you talk in a certain way, people are like, oh, so you hang out with a lot of older people. That's who taught you the language, you know? Or, oh, a lot of younger people. You live in this zone or this zone. And that's like part of how they converse, is they like wear that shit on their sleeve. Kind of like accents in American, but with words, because they all have the same accent. So it's like word accents. Apparently, it takes like 5-6 years for like really good English speakers to be fluent in Russian, to the point where they can like really carry a conversation well. And even then, like there's people who have learned it for like 10 or 15 years, and they talk, and people are like, "Oh yeah, you're American, yes." This is something I learned watching a video about astronauts. That's my mom's name right there. I should not be rambling about nonsense. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. Yeah, looks like she did. She sure was a rascal, damaging furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Yeah, so she's gone straight. Should I remind her about it? Yes. No, she's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. Then no. I imagine her being my age, sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Who knows? Maybe. Or the sounds coming from the attic. or the thick forest. I imagine my grandma coming into my little mom's room. This music is fucking epic. Why is the kid 50 years old? I don't know, man. He really does kind of think like that. Sitting at the edge of her bed, where Olya sleeps nowadays. Olya sleeps at the foot of the bed like a dog? So the mom, like the bed, and the mom sleeps, and Olya's like draped over the bottom? Whatever. Or maybe Olya, okay, never mind. Maybe it's just Olya's bed now. And sang in her soft, smooth voice. Tigers! That's not soft or smooth. Tiger is a special place, little girl. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to just... and no, I'm not 22, I'm 19. Did I say you were 22? No? Fucking more mature and dark and brooding than I am. Oh, okay, that's what you were meant. You were, like, going off on your own words. I get what you mean, though. The kid's darker than I was when I was, like, new to being edgy, you know? High school age. You think that you're all cool when you're all edgy. And then you get older and you realize everybody's gone through it. And then it's like, oh, shit. My originality. Gone. No matter what your justifications are. Isn't that right, old woman? This is the grandmother, right? She's got a straight-up beard down here. Trying to discern what kind of beast you are. The taiga is, because it's sniffing. I used to be. But we don't talk about that, cats. We don't talk about that. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you underground. And that would be it. Grandma was so caring. She never fought with anybody, yelled or swore. She just went up to children and told them that a fucking invisible tiger would drag them underground if they were misbehaved. There were the times when without the maddening screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Damn. Our parents used to love each other back then. Damn. And now this kid is off on some shit. His grandma not fucking around. This kid not fucking around. I remember listening to one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about grandma getting prepared for her funeral. She had already bought a casket, and she called it her cute funeral box. And the music just reset because I've been rambling for so long. It waited for its time in the closet patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. This guy's never seen like a flower before. He couldn't be like, with rose-colored. No, meat-colored. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. The house didn't change since the time she was alive. Only all the photos were gone. Glass-covered pictures with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead but watchful look in their eyes. I don't know why the screen went black. Oh, it's because I'm done reminiscing underneath the table. All that, by the way, was his imagination underneath the table. Grandma haunting the trees. Yeah, maybe we'll get to the end of this and she'll be the magical tiger. I crawled out from under the table. Olia's done with her cookies, and she was looking at my share like a sly woodland critter. I turned my gaze towards the frosted window. Olia, you best not touch my goddamn cookies. There were a lot of dark pines outside, but they don't grab my attention. Not like Olia. Fuck. The pattern of frost formed a picture on the glass. Oh yeah, look, it's a fox. Yeah, that's what we saw earlier. Where? Right there. What do you mean where? It's fucking clear as day. It almost looked like those optical illusion things they put in the back of student notebooks. My guy is 12 years old and he's been reading student notebooks. They put those in the back of psych books. He's talking about a Rorschach test. A mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a bit and look under a certain angle, not outside on the window. Well, he's like, look, there's a nose and here's, hey, eat up! Yes, just a moment. I don't see anything. Hurry up, there's not much left. There it is, but it still doesn't look like one. What do you... Look, we saw it. Us here, who are watching the stream and doing the stream. Watching the stream, doing the stream, respectively. We saw it. That was a fucking fox. I don't know what this gesture is, but it was a fucking fox. I'm telling you, it does. It does look like a fox. Nuh-uh. Why do you gotta be so contrarian about it? It does look like a fox. It does. Stop it. These kids, I swear. We're like debating about how it looks, and Mom's like, these children. Hush. Stop simping over Russians, Rem. The FBI is gonna kick your door down and kidnap you. Look, it's not my fault. Alright? I ain't the one who drew all the characters looking this way. Alright, that's on. Oh, look, the fox is gone. Now I can't see the fox either. It disappeared. Went away. Like a shadow in the night. Only the frosty pattern, similar to stretched out needle leaves, kept creeping up the glass. I'm not slipping for this one. That's for sure. My dad entered the kitchen with long, measured steps. Didn't sound like that way. It sounded like he was just going, you know? I want to have a beard like his when I grow up. I want to have a beard like his now, but I can't, because I can't grow a beard, because I got bitch genes. Mom would always ask jokingly, come on, shave it off, it stings. This was so long ago. Nowadays, she loves the beard. Cass, are you simping for him? Yep. So now you get it. Nowadays, rumbling doors and woody comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Olya always covers her ears whenever she hears something like, what's the point in all this, through the wall. Yeah, I wish I could grow a full beard, but I can't. I can grow, like, down here on the side, but then right here I can't grow anything. So I can get, like, a, you know, a mustache, a beard. I can't connect the two. I can get sideburns, a full-ass neck beard, and I can look like the grossest fucking creature inside of the goddamn universe. It's all for your sake, Dad would reply, for the sake of our family. I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest word that started with a D. Dick. I'm just kidding, it's divorce. Divorce. I don't want to finish it. I'm spelling out in my head, but I don't want to finish it. Look at my glasses. I don't want to finish it. It was scary to imagine. Sorry. Wow, if only I could care about your facial hair. But if I could grow it, I could make this guy look like a fucking tool by comparison. But I can't. Because I can only grow the bullshit growth. It annoys me the most, though, because my dad can grow, like, a full-on, like... He can grow, like, a full beard. Like, he can grow... like a full-ass mountain man beard, if he wanted. And my brother, if he doesn't shave for like 2 days, kid is like 3 years younger than me. If he doesn't shave for like 2 or 3 days, he'll have like, it'll already look kind of like that. Like he grows like fucking fast, man. This is like 3 or 4 days since I last shaved. It grows so slow, and it doesn't fill in. It just doesn't. It's like right here is fucking barren. So, it annoys me. Because I'm the only one who can't. Beards don't automatically make anyone hot, but sure. Yeah, but I mean, if that guy didn't have a beard, he'd look like, you know? The beard is hiding his, like, he has no chin. You can't tell because of the beard. He's angled it outwards, but there's no chin right there. It's like a direct line from his lip to his jawbone, and he just grown the beard into a V. I don't know why I'm insulting this man. It's scary to imagine me and my little sister can be torn apart and taken to 2 different families. What do you mean? Why would they separate the 2 kids? They're like... Anyways, anyway, your fox is nothing. I have an owl on my window. You and your owl talk again. Oh, you and your owl talk again. You said you believed me. This is so fucking loud. You said you believed me just yesterday. I didn't turn it down for you. Actually, it's pretty loud on the stream, too. I'm sorry. I'll turn it down a little bit, this music. It's unnecessarily loud. There we go. I dropped it a good couple decibels. Has anybody seen my car keys? He says, ignoring her owl. I remember leaving them on the windowsill, and he talks like this for some reason. Right. Maybe you did, and maybe you didn't. You're a grown man, a father too, and still, you lose your goddamn... Karina, please stop. Just let me get ready in peace. She like mildly sasses him about losing his keys, and he's all, Karina, please. I should do like a Russian accent. Karina, please stop. Just let me get ready in peace. Your keys are in the basket near the phone. But thank you very much. Anton, stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish your... This is not how Russian people talk. Finish eating already. And the owl. There was no owl. I'm going back to the original voice. But there was one. It had giant glowing eyes. Olya sprung up from the chair and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers, and the size of an apple each. So, fucking. Olya's either got huge hands or I've got small ones. But also I like how instead of showing that to me, or her, or him, she goes front and center. You know. Alright, like, no lies here. That little girl is drawn to look like 20-something, alright? I'm just saying. Too much bone development. It doesn't make sense. What the fuck's this neckline here? That's bullshit. Children do not look like that. I don't know why. This is what I insist on circling back to. Last year you had Baba in your closet. Last year you had Baba in your closet, which is probably some sort of Russian boogeyman, like Baba Yaga, fucking John Wick style, you know. But I saw it. Olya shifts her gaze from dad to mom to me, even though she's standing like at my back. She's like, yeah. Nope, you're just complaining. Alright, well, guess it's on me then, Cass. Guess it's on me. But she couldn't find any support. Have you thought about befriending it? You know, like feeding it some imaginary mice? Don't bully our girl. She's just afraid to sleep alone because she's little. Olya pouted her lips in rebellion and then rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a straight look. Man, my mom do be fine as hell though. Like, goddamn, even when she mad, she looking cute. Sorry. Oh, that look in her eyes. It's so unfortunate to be pinned under it. Look, man, unfortunate for you maybe, but I openly welcome it. Dad snorted in reply and left, ringing with the keys he just found. A minute had passed, and the theme song from The Little Mermaid echoed through the house. It was stored on an incredibly worn-out cassette tape, which Dad had already glued together. Once. It's so easy to fix objects by just gluing them back together, for example. But how do you fix a relationship? Oh, I thought it was going to get, like, even... I'm sorry, I'm only laughing because it's like, if this kid was like 15, it would make sense that he's like, but how do you fix a relation, you know? With his like bullshit poetics waxing. But 12? My little brother's 12, man. He still does Fortnite dances. This is some nonsense. The mom moved to the living room, and I was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. Why? What am I so scared of? Olya had trouble sleeping ever since we moved to this house. Poor Olya. She would toss and turn, or curl up into a ball under her blanket. I'm the same way because of my insomnia. 12? Ah, fuck, my nose. Yeah, he's 12. I think I just cut my nose with my fucking fingernail. Ow, that actually really hurt. I'm okay though. I'm just waiting for you to finish whatever you were saying, Cass, but now I'm going to go back to... Oh, ghosts always get to the kids first. Yeah. Especially if they're drawn like motherfucking 20-year-olds. Sometimes she would jump up in the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Cartoons help take her mind off the troubles. Alright, well, I never saw that shit. Actually, I had really bad insomnia when I was a kid, and I used to occasionally see little monsters running around. One time, we had a cat named Max, right? And I already hurt myself, so that's a fucking moot point. We had this cat named Max, and it died. Alright, it died. And, like, the night after it, or the day after it died or something, right? I had been up for, like, 3 days in a row. And I walked out of my room, insomnia keeping me from falling asleep. This is the third night without sleep. And I looked out into the hallway, and I saw this, like, glowing silhouette of a cat. Like, it was so bright it looked like a 2D image, you know? But it was obviously 3D because it would move and its proportions would change. Of a cat. And it was like all the colors that you could imagine. Just sort of right up in there. Colors I hadn't even seen yet because I was a fucking child. And then the cat turned around and it ran back, and I followed the cat because I was a child. And it ran behind the washing machine, and then disappeared. And yeah. It wasn't an actual... This was 3 days without sleep. Can you even imagine what fucking 72 hours of uninterrupted consciousness is like? Imagine that. But I was like 7 years old, alright? I was so young, I was like Olya age. Only unlike her fine ass, I did not look like a 20-year-old. I looked like a depressed child. I actually have a picture of myself as a fucking child. Get ready for this. You're gonna be like, ugh, what the fuck? Ready? Ugh! Look at this little bitch, little volleyball bitch. I found this the other day, and I just had it sitting there on my desk. Yeah. I was a fucked up kid, and I straight up hallucinated a ghost. Although, later on, my neighbor's dog got put down once, and I saw that dog as well, like a couple days after it got put down. And I used to just randomly see shit like that a lot. But also, I was like 7, and I slept an average of like, I don't know, 30 hours a week. So, I feel like that's kind of responsible. Now I've got a good handle on my insomnia. And I'm okay. I'm A-okay, baby. Anyways, Olya said that she saw that giant flying monster outside of her window. She became obsessed with it. She's talking about the owl. I have got to get better at staying on track. She became obsessed with it. Our parents did everything in their power. They tried every little trick to get rid of those ridiculous fears. Olya refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was just one of her nightmares. By the way, I'm sorry if anybody ends up watching these streams back, because I talk quite a bit to Cass and anyone else who's in the chat. So that probably makes watching them back kind of a pain in the ass, because I very rarely read the comments aloud. I didn't even know that kids that young could have insomnia. Yeah, it's, insomnia is something that you're generally born with. You can get it over time through, like, going through some shit as, like, a side effect of a developed, like, anxiety disorder or something. But, yeah, it's genetic. You can get it, from birth. I got it from birth. Anyways, Olya refused to sleep alone and didn't believe the owl was just one of her nightmares. Look at her crying. If I had, you know, moved past this part of the story, she wouldn't be crying right now. That's on me. After tonight, I was unsure of what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it myself. Can nightmares be infectious? Did I get infected with the nightmares? Just last night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep, and ended up thinking of what to expect in my new school. There were a couple of days left before the beginning of a new term. My imagination drew long, twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures, cut out using a template. The ghosts be spreading their influence. Yeah, the ghost curse is taking over the whole family. Cut out using template. Ugh, school. Cass, you don't even go to school anymore. You're 19 now, yeah? So you've graduated. Fucking free bird. You're out of there. Are you? I don't know. I graduated when I was, like, not even 18 yet, because I started early. Circular holes gaped in the middle. No, you said college earlier. You fucking said you were in, like, honor or something. See, I remember shit that I read in that chat. Anyways, circular holes gaped in the middle of their faces, and pairs of eyes blinked inside those holes. It was as if some completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the flat black silhouettes. The other day, I had a dream of, like, a bunch of dudes broke into here and were attacking me, and they were like, there was like this monster that was like possessing people, and it had like VCRs, and it would attach them to their head, so they had like TVs stuck to their head with like static playing on it, and so they were coming after me, like trying to attack me, and there was some girl I had to protect. I don't know why, just some dream ghost woman. So I like took a TV box and I like put it on my head, and it was like to make me look like one of them so I could hide. And I had the girl hidden in the bed, and I had to like tell them all that like different places to go so I could navigate this girl out before we got killed by this like mob of TV zombies. But then before the dream could go anywhere, I got woken up by my fucking cell phone alarm, which was kind of a bummer. Memories of school, they haunt me. That's rough, Cass. That's rough. I never had that bad experiences in school. Yeah, it was pretty spooky, but I felt like it was about to go somewhere, you know? I was figuring out the zombies. I have super vivid dreams as well. Like, I always remember them. But, yeah, I didn't have any bad experiences in school. I had quite a few outside of school, but in school I was more or less okay most of the time. I kind of just kept my head down. I followed, like, prison rules, talked to no one, just mind your own business, and I just skirted right through it. No one gave me any hassle. Anyways, getting back to the story here. Apologies. It was as if some completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the flat black silhouettes. Lucky you. I mean, kind of. I should make an append to what I just said. Once, when I was in middle school, I think 6th grade? Yeah, 6th grade. A bunch of kids really didn't like me. I went to this very religious school, and I'm not religious, and I was the only one who was not religious, so they took some pretty big issue with that. And they decided to make like a point of like coming after me and doing all their shit. And yeah, one of them like pushed me, this kid named Adam. He was trying to impress this kid named, I think, Laura, and they had been throwing shit at me for like a couple hours at the time. And again, like no sleep, several days in a row at this point. And I was on like ridiculous amounts of ADD medication because I had a garbage ADD psychiatrist. And this kid like pushes me through a fence, and I cut open my arm on it, and then I got really mad, and then I blacked out, and then I beat the shit out of like several people, and then I got expelled from there. And that was the one time I got bullied, and somehow somebody, I think this kid named Campbell, remembered what happened. And when I went to my next school, he took that shit and he followed me, and he told everybody. He was like, yo, Rem, so I'm calling myself because I'm in the middle of a live stream, got into this huge fist fight, beat up like 5 people, and he told everybody about it. So yeah, I kind of kept my head down. Everyone, like, no one really. One guy kind of took an issue with that because he was like, "Oh, you dare be the tough one?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm not really interested in fighting." The kids were literally like hitting me with shit. So. But aside from that one time, and honestly, it was kind of good because I got out of that garbage school. Like, I don't look back on it as that bad of a thing. But aside from that one time, yeah, I got expelled because one of the kids was the principal's kid. So aside from that one time, welcome to the stream 1M. We're talking about school traumas and stories. If you want to hop over to Twitch, you'll be able to see the chat from Cass, who has kind of been going back and forth with me on this 1M. Who just started watching on YouTube. So yeah, aside from that one thing, I have never been bullied. And I think that the stories of that got blown out of proportion because that principal turned out to be like a really shit person, and he ran the school into the ground, and I think he was stealing stuff, and then the school got shut down, and then I think he got arrested, and I don't know what happened to his kid, but yeah, So the story kind of started flipping in my favor. It started off as this awful thing, getting expelled. But then every year that followed, I like gained more cred for it, you know? People were like, he got into a fist fight. He got into a fist fight with the principal's kid. And the principal was corrupt. And he fucking, like, you know, it was like every year. The story kept snowballing until I was like the state hero. And yeah. I was like, fuck it, alright, sure. Yeah, fuck the system. You know? Glad you could catch that story when their true glares, filled with icy... Back to the story we're reading, though. It made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Well, they gang up the people from school and beat me down. They tried that on me, so, hey, maybe not. And I was even bonier than this kid, because I could not eat back then. Stomp me with their bloodied shoes. The damn schools can burn for all I care. I just wished for anything to happen to it. Doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. I didn't want to see people who were just itching to smack me up on the head. Trip me, think of a new offensive nickname for me. Worse than fat. I can't say that on Twitch. I think it would get me shut down. But worse than the previous one. I feel like the glasses I wore made me an outsider or some sort of monster. Look, man, at least you're not like a 3-day without sleep, fucking unable to eat. I'm in the presence of a true legend. You're right, Cass, you are. So show some respect and tell everybody about my streams so I can become famous. I'm just kidding. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging upon the walls. This one, right here, of, I believe that's Michael Jackson, and that is a fucking awesome cougar. If those are drawings and I did that, then I have a fucking future. I really do. I couldn't consider myself a great artist. I think you could. But Oya begged me to hang them because they're really good. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. The small circle of friends who could have called it the dramatic as fuck 12-year-old as an artist. The small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a cold voice, "You've got the wrong number." Bam! The creaking music keeps getting to me. I'm sorry, that's why I'm trying to speed through here, to get that fucking music goddamn gone. Out of here. Out of here. Gonzo. Oh, or Anton is not around. Anton is not around. I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds, just like me, listening to the howls of invisible werewolves outside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all. Oh, look, he's the optimist, but who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? Yeah, who would, man? Who could ever tolerate glasses this thick? I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little, and now he's married to the most beautiful woman on the planet, my mom. Hey, look, we can agree on something. Because this dude's mom is fucking fine. Fine like red wine, you know what I'm saying? The house creaked, pressed by the wind. The condo we live in, a 9-floor concrete building. What? You live in a condo? Wait. Oh, no, the condo we used to live in. I was like, wait, what the hell? Now I'm actually getting kind of spooked because the music turned off and it's like, So I can blame all my problems on wearing glasses. I mean, maybe, Cass, maybe. Some people work glasses, though, you know? And then some people get worked by the glasses. I gotta get through here because the music's gone and now it's freaking me out. A 9-floor concrete building buzzed with a neighbor's drill. Mumbled with a TV set from behind the wall. What? Cried like a little baby from the big family next door. Our current house, though I can't really call it new, was completely different. It was silent and easy. Going during the day. What? Oh, it's silent and easy going during the day. Its shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet cobwebs, and under the stairs. But they all woke up during the night. Something was watching me from every corner, almost as if the old photos of my deceased family with their ashen eyes were hanging on the walls in place of my drawings. The floor was squeaky. Rusty drains were moaning. Ah! Sorry. I was really getting into the mood. And then just... The attic was occupied by noisy drafts. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic melody. And then I realized I was, in fact, hearing music. It was already playing for a good while, and it's fucking jazzy. Yeah! Somewhere, at the edge of my perception, I could hear a flute. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind of the... I'm sorry, what did you say? Moans in Russian. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind of the creaking old houses, and my thoughts too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to assure myself that the music was nothing more than a product of my imagination, so it's not like someone is playing it there amidst the cold and snowy night, right? Oh. Open. Whew. Whew. This is good music. Man, I miss playing the piano. I gotta fix it up. I got a keyboard, and I put it out there. I gotta fix it up, learn some songs, bring it in here, and like jazz out on the stream or some point. You know, maybe I'll do it when I've got some of the other fellas in a stream. Just bust it out, start making some songs. I know, right? The piano was going off. It's great. Now the flute's taking over. Hell yeah. Someone was dancing in the field. Several someones are dancing in the field. Black silhouettes I can barely make out, with the dark forest as a backdrop. Look at them go! Look at those flips! Hell yeah, that man's a goddamn acrobat! They jumped around, basked in moonlight, jumped into piles of snow, rolled around, and crawled on all fours. Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. They stood upright at times, circled around, holding hands, and whipped up snow, disappearing into the shadows for a brief moment, and then coming right back. Look at him! Look at this little fox dude. Fucking awesome. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starless abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Suddenly the music stopped. Oh, they're all looking at me. The dancing shadows froze in place, and I could swear, pierced me with their eyes. One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Oh shit, he fucking... It's the Foxman, too. The Foxman came. It glided on squeaky snow without leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch-black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. Thicker than my mother. Or her fucking porridge. And my heart jumped around like a bird inside of a cage. I shut the curtains with a swift motion and stepped back towards the bed. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. Oh my god. Wait. I've got people talking. I'm just gonna read them. 1M is saying, I'm watching this instead of online classes. Damn. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I actually thought that you left because the fucking ticker dropped back down to 1. But it might just be a restream. Restream. Oh my god, you can play. You really are cool. Maybe I'll consider respecting you now. Yeah, Cassie. Oh, yeah, the piano. Yeah. I used to be pretty fucking good, too. I used to, like, do recitals and everything. It's been a good couple years since I last played it, though, but I want to learn this one song. It's, like, really jazzy. It's from this webcomic I like, and it's like, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I really like it, and I want to learn that, and then think of some, like, joke lyrics, play it during a stream, jam out with everybody. 1M, you could jam out with me. You could, I don't know if you can play anything. Flute, I guess. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. Good luck with your online classes, by the way. Don't fall behind like I did, because it takes forever to catch up. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guest move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved from the left to the right. I just realized I should turn on, my microphone has a setting that switches to binaural. So each side of it is like its own speaker. I should set that up for one of these readings, right? And then that would be pretty cool. And then I could be like, from the left to the right. You know, I'd be like one of those fucking, what are they? What are the fucking guys called? ASMR channels. It'd be like an ASMR channel. It's circled around the house. My guest should be at the front door now. I jumped into the bed and covered myself with a blanket, as if it could protect me. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remembered the funeral, my grandma just laying there, hands crossed on her chest. Whoever's playing that goddamn violin is not doing a good job. Her facial features sharp like that of a tin doll, like... Welcome to the stream, whoever else you are. I hope you're having a good time. Ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's casket. I imagine those little... Wait, the ants were eating your grandma and you didn't stick her in the ground? That is fucked. But I imagine those little creatures climbing up her head and pulling up her eyelids with their tiny ant legs. That's gross, man. We get a lot of ants here, and they're so fucked. I hate ants. They're always getting into everything, because my upstairs neighbors are moving, so their place is kind of a mess, apparently, with a lot of food scrap. The ants! They're always trying to get into their condo through mine, and it's just... is there no one else home, Cass is saying, and I have not the foggiest idea. Alright, look, now I'm talking like him. I assume they are, but I also assume that this is like the girl's owl, where only I can see it. It's like my experience alone. Then her wrinkly eyeballs would once again move inside the sockets, and she'd be able to see her grandchildren instead of going fucking cross-eyed and back, and it's all fucked up. And I was chanting the spell she taught me through the whole procedure. What? And now, lying under the blanket and listening to the squeaks and the howls, I was reminded of the same words. On the island of Booyan, wait, I thought Booyan was like the boogeyman, because he said there was Booyan in the closet, right? Oh well. On the island of Booyan, underneath the blemished sun, in the sea of color blue, stands a cabin made of wood. It's good for me and good for you. There lay hard and ashen hair for the spawn of the devil's lair. Not Devered, what the fuck, devil's lair. To feast and always leave alone. God's faithful servant named Antone! Whoa! I didn't know he worked his name into it. Hell yeah. Evil leave this house must. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Oh. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. Oh, wow, it worked. I cautiously peeked out from under the blanket and saw the curtains waving around like a hangman. And then the night doused me with a new portion of boiling terror. The scratching is at the door. In reality, something or someone is at the front door, hurriedly clawing at the wood and demanding to be let in. The door is shut. Dad had become very cautious recently, so he installed a very sturdy lock. I remember him staring at the forest intensely, as if he's looking for someone. And now this kid is suddenly religious, as if that'll help. Yeah. I never ask God for help, because I don't believe in him. Laughed an atheist. I don't know who just left the stream, but screw you, that was hilarious what I just said. I remember him staring at the forest as if you were looking for someone. So maybe the dad also knows about the horror monsters in the woods, and he's just trying to keep us safe. Maybe. Ashes to ashes! I'm gonna scream it in my room. Dust to dust! I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them, and hurriedly drilled the door with my eyes. What? Yeah, and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the might of darkness. And then... Oh shit. It's in the house. The ghosts are in the house! I stole your joke, Cass, but you're gonna say laughs and atheists? Because I think that is the funniest thing I have possibly ever said, aside from emotional support log. The doorknob twitched. It's coming in. It turned halfway, once, twice. And the person who's trying to enter it has no hands. Just paws. Foxes can work doors in real life, so this could be a real life fox. The doorknob tilted once more and then started clicking violently. Look at it go. Look at it go! My jaw cramped from fear. My wet fingers clutched the blanket. The door creaked and opened. The wind taunted me, moaning, "Ah!" inside of the tin drains. I gotta stop doing that joke. Now, you'll see. The door is wide open. The darkness writhed inside the carnivorous mouth of the doorway. Tony! Oh? It was as if the night itself was calling out to me, flapping its black wings and squeaking with rusty hinges. I was trembling, ensnared by the web of darkness that hung out. Something so loud. Oh my god. That hung in the corners, the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room. I can barely hear myself talk, that's why I'm talking so fucking loudly. You haven't had any choices to choose between yet, right? No, not yet, but I'm pretty sure I will soon. A lot of this is like setup, you know? Ensnared by the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of the gaping black hole. Tony! My abdomen tightened and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. Before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me, "Tony, you asleep?" It's just Olya. It was just Olya the whole time. The one who was holding the doorknob and going all, yeah! You know, that was Olya. She just couldn't find it, I guess. She was just slap doodling her way through. My sister's pale face protruded through the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief. "Olya! I'm not sleeping. Did something happen?" Olya frowned and then stuck out her lower lip and then a clear sign that she was about to cry. "It's there again, staring at me." Look, I know it's fucked up because this kid is canonically 7, but this author or artist or whatever, it's there again. It's staring at me. Shoo her away, Tony. Please. I'm so scared. I can't stop simping for the fucking Russian girls, I guess. Tony is Italian or in New Jersey and not Russian, so. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about, but yeah. The fear that was tormenting, not as fine as the mother, mind you, but the fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I need to calm Olya down. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. But the fucking wolf man no one's gonna harm you, alright? Her fucking little PNG just vibrated. Olya sobbed. Oh, now I feel bad for laughing. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself? I have an idea. Let's go to your room and watch the video. Sleeping Beauty, for example. You like that cartoon, don't you? Who doesn't like a good Sleeping Beauty? Why does the Sleeping Beauty... Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have this scary bird? That question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. I feel like the scary bird is better it's like more allegorically fitting for, Cinderella's fairy godmother, but hey, she's literally like 7, Rem. Stop simping. The Russians will stab you with a broken vodka bottle. Look, it's not my fault. A real child would not look like that. I don't care where they're from. That is some bullshit. Alright, this ain't on me. This is on whoever the fuck drew him like that, alright? Not on me. I take 0 responsibility for that. Big ol' fucking none. What was that? What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? Yeah, those animals had some movements. Oh, the sister's gone now. I guess I can stop simping. The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard or long ashen hair. Doesn't my sister in this story here have long ashen hair? Are we gonna sacrifice Olya? Cause that would be fucked. I'm not gonna let that happen. Olya, I will protect you no matter what. Simp Squad, let's go. Tony, you coming? Yes, just a moment. Oh my god! That one got me. Fellas. My anime ass face. Who knows what the fuck is happening? Wait a minute. Oh, that was the dream? Okay. No bullshit. I completely... Fuck, what is up with my hair? Why? Fuck shit ass tits this game. Sorry, Cass. The jump scare got me too, alright? Every now and again, a good jump. You know, gets the blood going. It's good for the soul. I completely forgot that this was all him describing his dream last night. I thought this was like after breakfast, he went back to bed and the dream came in. I thought he had a completely different dream last night and he had described it and we had moved past this. But no, that was all backstory, baby. It's midnight for me. I'm gonna try to pronounce that gibberish you just did. I did a good job there. It's like 9 p.m. here, so I get what you're talking about. Speaking of which, it's like 9 p.m. here. I oughta tune my voice down a little bit because I don't want to wake up the neighbors. I don't know why my nose itches, but I feel like there's something stuck to like just like the right here of my nose, and it's bothering me. It's like I've like itched it so much that it's like turning red, which would be more of a problem if like my shirt wasn't red, so it kind of blends in. But sorry, Cass, I didn't mean to startle you in the middle of the night. I feel kind of bad about that, but at the same time I don't, because I didn't make this game, and because I didn't make this game, I don't have to feel bad about the mom character looking so goddamn fine like red wine, you know. Fucking hips don't lie. The mom's hips don't lie. Amazing, incredible punctuations of my keyboard smash. Hell yeah. Who could be visiting us here in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. I just asked the time mom and she's like, fuck you. I'll check. Bitch. And she fucking dips out. That mom is thicker than me. Damn. So persistent. She's thicker than me too, let's be honest. That mom has got curves for fucking weeks. Even her fucking son right here, this glasses wearing fuck, acknowledges her as the most beautiful woman this side of the world that he's ever met in his life. You know, his dad lucked out by marrying someone who is choice. Mwah. She walks outside and the snow fucking melts because she's just her radiation. Well, you're a dude, you're not pressured to have curves. Well, I mean, that's fair. But you know, most guys don't actually care that much. But, exception. Exception right there. I felt extremely unsettled from the silly thought that our morning guests could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mom was urging me to hide in the closet, under the table, behind the curtains, where Olya always hides. Tony, come here. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragging them towards the hallway. Oh shit, it's the police. It's the fuzz, the po-po, the mwah. I'm out of terms for police. The pigs. A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry. They smelled like worry? My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars. Worse than Bane. That's not... Worse than bandits, she would say. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello? The senior officer, I'm going to give him like a thick Russian accent, who wore a grim expression. I wonder what worry smells like? Yeah, I know, right? I imagine it smells like, wet pine trees. Nodded. A boy has gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova. Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Oh. Fuck, he's getting real close to me. He's like, have you seen this boy? Where's my fucking picture of me as a child? Let me get it. I stuck it into my phone. Now I'm gonna pull it out of my phone. Oh man, I've got texts again, but I'm not gonna read them, because unlike Killed Orphan, I am a fucking professional. Have you seen this boy? Have you seen him? There was a ginger boy, so I guess I shouldn't have taken out the picture of me. Around the age of an elementary schooler, pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. Is that what he calls a fucking tapestry? A wall carpet? He had a striped cat in his hand and wore a wide smile. See, this kid looks like an actual child, right? Right? I will not apologize for this, sister. It is not my fault, man. No, I haven't. Are you sure? Look closely. Where would I have seen him? I don't know anyone around here, and I barely leave the house. Well, maybe you've seen him from the window. That's right. Your window looks straight at the forest, doesn't? Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? I have multiple. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, something kitty, purr, purr, purr. A window. Oh, where I saw the... no, I haven't seen anything. I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes... Ooh. They looked pretty tired too, if I'm being brutally honest. His stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, that's what it was. I couldn't remember the other part of it. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt, with which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway, and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason. Oh, so the cracks are new. From the motherfucking fox demon. How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it? Bit by bit, it's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well? How do you guys like my discount Russian accent? Yes, everything is alright, thank you. The policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray-ass eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner. Now that I think about it, you look just like one of my nephews, little fella. Oh. He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles. My accent's starting to shift. Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. I'm more of a Conan the Barbarian man myself. Arnold Schwarzenegger! That is who plays Conan the Barbarian. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I could not remember his goddamn name. Your Wish version of a Russian accent? Like the fucking shopping thing? The discount? Like a discount version of eBay? Yeah. That's been like rattling around in the back of my head. I've been trying to like connect the dots, figure out what that man's fucking name is. Told me he wants to enroll in police school when his family visited this summer. Wanted to help other people, just like me, see? Yeah, I do see. I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer said before me, wow, I'm connecting with the police officer. You know what? Little boys like you should stay home. Steer away from trouble. The times have changed so much. There's fox demons out now. My mother interjected with a cold voice. You don't say. Well then. What grade are you in, Tony boy? 6th? Have you made any friends here so far? I keep doing like a here thing, you know? Like a... What would do that? I don't know, like a Welsh accent, I guess. Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break. Then I'll leave you my number, just in case. Call me if you have any new infos. Then he leaves. The policemen were gone along with their shadows. The smell of cheap cologne and worry left along with them. And... No. They left behind the smell of cheap cologne and the photo of the smiling boy. Distant relatives scare me too, Anton. Yeah, I don't talk to my distant relatives. I barely even talk to my fucking cousins. One of them tried to drown me when I was a kid, so I'm not too into talking to him. Didn't I say that on the stream once? I gotta stop repeating stories. His face still stood before my eyes, staring like, oh, you seen this photo of a boy before? I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone, there. For some reason, I thought of the forest, swaying in the wind, all jiggly. No, you did not tell that story. I swear I thought I did. Yeah, when I was a little kid, my grandmother on my mom's side, maybe step-grandmother? I don't know. What do you call your mother's stepmom? Took me and my brother to me and my sister. This was before my brother was born. And she took us down to this pool, this public pool near our house. And she had brought like torpedoes and stuff, and she was teaching us how to swim. And I took to swimming pretty well, you know, because I'm naturally incredible. I must have been like 3 or 4 at the time. This is one of my earliest memories in life. Actually, it's probably my earliest, like, very vivid memory. She took us to the pool, right? And I'm swimming around, and my cousins were there. Nick, Al, and Tanner. And Casey. Alright? And Nick, Al, and Casey are cool. Alright? They're all cool. They live in South Africa now with their mother, Leslie. And we're there. We're at the pool, swimming around, as we do. And Tanner, who's kind of insane, I'm swimming around. I'm sort of learning how to doggy paddle, and I'm doing this, you know, the doggy paddle movement, the whole head bob and everything. And I go over to the corner, and this guy literally grabbed my hair. And Tanner was a bit of a fat kid, all right? He must have been like double my age, so 7 or 8, but chubby. And he grabbed my hair, and he just pushed me underwater. And at first, I'm thinking like, oh, we're playing a game. So I'm like, I can't get up. Oh no. All right, let me up. Let me up. What the fuck are you? Down. Like, after a little bit, you know, I was like, shit, he's actually trying to drown me. And then, yeah, I, like, pried his hand off of my hair by, like, pulling myself free, and it hurt really bad, which is why I remember it so clearly, because it, like, ripped out some of my hair. The dude was straight up trying to kill me. I don't know why. He was a child. And then he tried to put his other hand down, and then I, like, grabbed it and bit his hand, like, as hard as I could, and I, like, bit into his thumb, and I was pretty little, but I have a really strong jaw. Like, even now, when I had braces, I had these metal things, like metal bars attached to the braces, and I kept snapping them in my sleep because I would bite down. I have a very strong jaw. Anyways, so yeah, I was a kid, but I managed to break skin, and that freaked him out because he was a kid too. And he pulls back, and he's like, oh no! And then I swam away. I swam over to, what is it? What was his name? I'm trying to remember the exact name. I think it was Nick. It might have been Al. I can never keep those two straight because they look very similar. One of them is like a elite athlete now. The other one is, I don't know what he's doing. I swam over to one of them, and I just sort of held on to him, and I helped him swim by adding resistance to him by holding on to him as he swam. And yeah, that is my earliest memory. Tanner wound up going to jail though. Recently, actually. That's the most recent thing I've heard about him. I've never asked anything about him because I don't care what he's doing at all. But yeah, he wound up going to jail because some old guy bumped into him on a staircase, and then he pushed the old guy down the staircase, and so he got arrested for that, for assault. And yeah. Briefly, my parents were one of them was talking about putting him over here, staying in the room next to me, and I was like, no. And that is the end of that story. So back to this story, the one that I'm reading. I'm sorry to whoever left the thing that you weren't interested in my story, but I feel like that was a pretty good fucking story. Not surprising given how he tried to drown you. Yeah, you know, kid was fucking born a violent, crazy person, and he remained a violent, crazy person. For some reason, I thought of the forest swaying in the wind, and I am thinking right now in this game as this character about the kid who is missing, the ginger one with the hair, who looks like a child, only one so far who does. What did his poor parents feel? Probably bad. And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? My fine-ass mother right there. Whew. Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? No. Or would they accuse each other, like they always do, and forget about me eventually? Mom, this Bova, did he go missing in our forest? Seems like it. Poor child. I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off towards the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. Am I like peeling the paint off of it? Is this lead paint? That's fucked up. Lead paint's bad for you. That's the only kind of paint that peels. It was a good story. Very nice to calm my nerves after jumping so hard my laptop fell off my lap. Sorry, Cass. You shouldn't keep your laptop on your lap, though. It'll give you... So it, like, ups your cancer rate by quite a bit. I remembered all... I'm not sure why, though. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I remember reading that when I was a kid. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't think of a reason that it would. It's just warm, and it's normal electricity, which isn't actually bad for you. I feel like I might have read some bullshit, but I did read that at one point. But it may have been bullshit, so I take back what I said. I'm pulling it back. I remember all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I read this summer. I guess we're into the same kind of books. Man, me and this policeman's son, we are like spiritually connected. Her nephew or whatever it was. Your average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people, and there is something I swear to God stuck to my nose. I'm either crazy or there's like a fucking, like a hair or something. It's like freaking me out though. Spied on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam, they solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest. And then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation? Bruh, go fix your nose hairs. Man, it's not a nose hair. It's like some sort of... I don't know what it is. It's like some kind of dust or something. It's like freaking me out. I think my skin's just like really sensitive right now. And I don't know why. Like... I keep like grabbing... Like... I'm sorry. I know it makes the footage a little worse, but I can't... It feels like something is like just going like, you know, like a hair or something. But allergies strike again. It might be. I don't know. Why don't I start up an investigation of my own? Because yesterday we saw foxodemons. Maybe I'll find that lost boy or get killed by foxodemons. And I'll get a reward or get killed by foxodemons. And Oya will be so happy if I don't get killed by fucking bears. And not only Oya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe they won't even get divorced. I can feel it touching my nose again, and I'm just gonna pretend that I don't. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word, divorce. I'll stop the divorce by going through the forest. I fantasize about buying Oya a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. That could be pretty cool. I'd be like one of those kids with like a Walkman strapped to his hip, just walking around, listening to a motherfucking Walkman. And a whole box of Kinder Surprise, which are illegal in America, but goddamn would that be nice. They have Kinder stuff here in Japan, not Kinder Surprise, but they're like a different version. They're pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty good. They got a lot of hazelnut stuff in them. Welcome to the stream, the two people who just joined the stream, I assume, or Restream is glitching, and no one left, and I straight up insulted you people to your face when I thought that you left, and I am sorry for that. I'm reading the chat real quick. Bear's gonna burn this house down. What? Bear's gonna burn this house down. This vodka Molotovs. Oh, with vodka Molotovs. Yeah, maybe. Fox demons, maybe. Something is. When was the last time our parents bought any of us toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. There's an underline there. Wait. These are... Oh, bye-bye. Not Bubba something else. Alright. Accountant. A song by an all-female Soviet pop band by the name of Kombinatsiya. Combination. That was widely popular in the early 90s when this takes place. No, I actually left for a while. 1M says over on YouTube, because he's not watching on Twitch, because he's a fuck you for leaving for a while. What is it, for online class? You think I give a shit about your online class? You're gonna be watching this stream, getting all moody. We got jump scared and you weren't here for it, and you could have emotionally connected with fear. It would have been real nice when and you just... Welcome to the stream, Bohan. Man, everybody's hopping in now. I had little to no idea what was the account... I need to drink this. I'm losing my voice. Sorry. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you leave, I will talk shit about you. And now I'm going to continue reading. I had little to no idea what was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think? Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad can barely afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Oya. Man, you gotta not be eating a full-ass chocolate bar. Like, that's too much sugar. You got a good mother right there. Also, if it's dark chocolate, then eating that much is fucking impossible anyways. Bowen says hello. Hello there, Bo, bitch encroaching on my territory. How dare you? Damn, Cass holds no goddamn punches. I eat full-ass boxes of candy. Yeah. Occasionally, though. You know, it's not like a daily thing. It's a motherfucking treat. I got dark chocolate recently, right? And I cannot eat that much dark chocolate. It, like, after a little bit, it just feels like... You know? Like it sticks in there, and it's like, that's enough. It's not nearly as nice to eat as milk chocolate, though. Milk chocolate's like, I could power down a fucking big-ass thing of milk chocolate, but I don't, because I have restraint, because I am a man. Sometimes I gave her my share, too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues. Yo, Bohan and 1M, wait till you see this kid's sister. She's supposed to be 7, but goddamn, the way this author drew her. Sorry, bud. I'm not taking it back, though. Dark chocolate is way better than milk chocolate, in my opinion. Damn, Bohan in with a hot take. I like dark chocolate in its own way, but it's very different than milk chocolate. You know, milk chocolate is sweet. It's like, Dark chocolate is bitter. It's like whole, you know? Dark chocolate's more like a... How do I put this? Milk chocolate's more like a true reward. Dark chocolate's more like a food in and of itself, you know? It's not... It's like cacao nibs. It's very similar. I'm going outside. Yeah, right. Oh, fellas, take a look at this mother. You cannot leave the stream with fine, prime bitches like this. This kid's mom's fucking stacked. Alright, I'm gonna read the chat really quick, and then I'm gonna get back to the thing, and I'll stop getting off topic. With my sweet tooth, I can never have enough. Chocolate is chocolate, in my opinion, and is good in all forms in their different ways. You know what's really good? Before I get back to the game, you know what's really, really good? Fucking, South African white chocolate. I know that's, like, really specific, but, dude, it is, like, awesome. I had it once as a kid, and to this day, it's, like, still sticking in my mind the way that it fucking tasted. It was so good. Like, it was so good, and I've never had anything as good as that, like sweets-wise. I mean, there's a couple of Indian sweets that I've had that were really good, like jalebis are fucking awesome, but it was like, as far as chocolate goes, choice, but I can't get it. I've tried like 5 times to order it from like Amazon, and every time I just get like a shittier version, and it's like, it's got like this bitter, acidic aftertaste, and it's like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to this? Also, my nose is pathologically itchy. I don't know why. Anyways, my mom is cussing me out, and she's giving me that look that's making me go, whoo, you know. This look right here. This look, ooh, hell yeah. Step on me, tall Russian mother lady. Have y'all seen the lady from the new Resident Evil game? The, like, giant-ass vampire lady? She's got nothing on this character's mother. The forest is so thick. What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals or something even worse? Fox demons. Even worse, echoed through the hallway as I thought about the fox demons. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest. Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself? No, you don't have to. Better go pack your school bag or play with Olya. Aw, man, now she's back to neutral. It's too bad. Lady looks real good when she's angry. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. I'm gonna quickly read the chat. I'm a giant-ass vampire lady. I'm tall and pale. Damn, Cass. We gotta talk more on some other sites. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. Ooh. So now I have options. I can look under here. I can go to the front yard. I want to explore a little bit. What's in here? The dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. When I lived up in the mountains for like 2 years, where there was no reception, I would catch mice sometimes. We had these really adorable little jumping mice. Like, they were like if they were here. If they were like on the... I can't like give you scale. They could jump like 3 or 4 feet to the air. And they were like little. And they were so cute. And sometimes they would get, you know, into the house, and I would have to catch them. And, yeah, because I lived alone in a forest for, like, a year and a half. Finally, your first choices. Yeah, it took long enough, right? Only an hour and 24 minutes into the game. But let's be real, I would have been there in just 24 minutes if I hadn't been going off on all these goddamn tangents. Olya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Babai is living in there. That's Russian for... I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there's nothing in but cobwebs. Dad's tools, and scratched walls, but she still didn't believe me. And I like to hide in the closet, listen to Oya count 1, 2, 3, better hide from me, and then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Damn, I was an asshole. I was a straight up douchebag. Spooky Russian noises, hell yeah. Blech. Here comes the monster! Let's look in the kitchen. What are you doing, Mother? It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there's no other way for me to run away from home. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture is dim, and there are stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted. You're killing me here. So have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? What? Oh, I've got that duck shooting, Duck Hunter, I think it's called? With the dog. They remade that in VR, and it's like a horror game. I kind of want to play that, but... Duck Season! That's what it's called. I told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console. Where will we find a TV technician in this hole, huh? Maybe it's just the settings? Please go see for yourself. Strange, because it worked fine this morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it. Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Olya's room. Damn, that apron is clean. Woo! I have to stop simping for the fucking... all the girls in this game. What's in here? Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olya in there, but now all I can see is meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I grew to hate them already. What is pelmeni? A Russian variety of dumplings made by boiling thin, unleavened dough filled with mincemeat. One may even call it Russian fast food. That sounds pretty good. Like moon pies, kind of. Yeah? Not the shitty fast food kind, but like the half moon. Like empanadas. That's another one. Alright, that's one that's less tainted by English words. And now I'm fucking out. Have fun with the TV, bitch. I moved through the front gate and went to the field. Carefully, so Mom can't see me from the window. I sneak. When I crossed half the distance towards the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. Man, this would be an awesome place to like go for like a single winter. It'd be so quiet, you could just like sit there. It'd be peaceful. Like read, go for walks, probably with a gun, so a bear doesn't eat you. That house screams haunted. Well, yeah, not literally there, but you know, like a little red cabin in the woods somewhere. Fuck you, whoever just left. Whether you were Bohen or 1M, whoever it was is a right bitch. I remember my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. My fucking nose is itchy as goddamn. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow along with me. Okay, Bohan, you are still here? Then it was 1M. 1M, you sick. Where is he from again? Norway, I think? Norwegian? Danish, I think, actually. Danish. Netherlands. That's what it was. Wherever the fuck you're from. Bastard. Can't remember. How dare you leave in the middle of the stream. Right when the story is getting good and we're going off on tangents, huh? Right then and there. I'm glad you stayed, Bohan. What would I do without you and your panda bear support? The sun turned my nightmares to ash. I already read this. And a barely audible whisper in my head. Blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent. I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. The time reached its limit. A one-way trip that ended at the forest's piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya would turn to stone listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. Sorry. I hadn't swallowed in a while, and I had like this buildup of spit in my mouth, and I was like just trying to keep on reading. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together. Almost like all of it was in a previous life. Cass says don't choke, and I will try not to, but no promises because my nose is still fucking itching. When they kissed with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way, but one day it all changed. Something important had left our home. Grandma, and something scary filled the remaining void. Resentment. It was as if a fire broke up and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. Oh, no, it was war, maybe? Actually do choke. It'd be funny. No, Cass, never again. I still got fish in the goddamn fridge. I could bust that out, chow down some dried ass fish. But I won't. Because fuck you and your goddamn recommendations, Cass. Yeah, probably because of some kind of war. It said it took place in the 90s, so... Soviet Union, I think? Yeah, end of the 20th century, collapse of the Soviet Union, right? So, they're leaving because all the officials are turning corrupt and the gulag is happening. Everyone's getting fucking gulagged. They're gulagging. Sorry. From who, though? From the people with cold, dead eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home? Yeah, informants, yeah. They were, looking in on us, trying to figure out what was happening. And that's why our dad lost his job, because all the people who were well off and doing organizational type of work lost their job first, because they were seen as the elite, and the elite was taken down first, along with the farmers. It was a fucked up thing, and it led to millions and millions of people starving to death. And worse, if you've read about what happened inside of those internment camps. The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything. I'm not sure what the fuck that even means. And somewhere far away, a siren's going off, trying to warn us of the coming menace. Have you guys seen that? That broken tornado siren? It's fucking spooky. Oh, that's me. Knopped. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. Damn, I am straight up hideous. I'm gonna be real with you. My guy looks just... Ugh. Ugh. I'm kidding, he looks alright. There were only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Why you gotta talk about their weight? The rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. Why does this kid's younger sis look so much older than him? Thank you! Thank you! It is some bullshit. Dry. Right? Like, that is some nonsense. Dry, prickly branches. Welcome to the stream, whoever just joined. Intertwined. If it's 1M, I'm gonna straight up throw hands. Bringing out uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out of the forest? Some object was hanging from the pointy branches. It's a mitten. Look at him. Standing there, fucking Shad. Hell yeah, this man. He fucks. I tried to get closer, drowning in snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Should I take it to the police? The senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show, called The Streets of Broken Lights. What the fuck is The Streets of Broken Lights? A Russian mystery TV series telling the story of the daily life of Russian police officers. It's the longest running series in the history of Russian TV at the moment, which means it's still going on. That's very impressive. He was also always anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Vova! I shout. I heard a distant... Oh, no, they shouted. Sorry. I heard it. Sorry. The lights changed from blue to green, and I thought I saw something crawl around down there, and I was like, shit. But no. It was just my imagination. My nose itches again. I heard a distant shout. Looked like it came from the river. Bova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. To me? See, this kid, though, looks roughly like a... Yeah, I would say it looks like maybe 14 or 15 at the ants be coming to you. Dude, I fucking hope not. That actually happens sometimes where they just fucking, like, march on in and they're like, hey, I'll run up this fucking human. And it's like, yeah, stop biting me, you fucking things. And then I have to, like, wipe up everything. Just so that way all their pheromones get out of the way so they can't remember where they came from and they leave. Bova resounded closer to me. It's annoying. Someone was standing there behind the trees, hiding. Bova. So there's someone right there. I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. Something was unsettling about that figure. What figure? Do y'all see any figure? Its stillness. How it was bent unnaturally towards the ground. This? This? What am I looking at? It's blackness. This? Oh! Oh, no, that's a person there. There's no one there, just branches and roots. It's all just my imagination. An ear-eyed bird flapped its wings loudly. A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. I looked away for just a moment when I turned my gaze to the same place. It was gone. Oh. Now I'm scared. So it was my imagination after all. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. Oh. Who's there? Who's there in the trees? Oh, there's footprints going this way. My muscles were tightly sprung. My heart was beating somewhere in my throat. It's like that story, Telltale Heart, you know? Beneath the floorboards, any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket, and I would book it. But nothing of the sort happened. There was no one. Now I'm kind of, I looked at the mitten once more. Do you want me to turn it down? Here. How's that? I got my volume at like 8%, so I can barely even... I mean, I can hear it just fine, but it's very loud to me. But I have sensitivities. I'll look at the mitten once more. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna take it. I ain't no coward. I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Vova. Oh, hell no. Oh, there's ghosts here. Oh, man, I'm freaking out. I'm having a whole goddamn mental break. A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo. No hope for a reply. Do you want me to turn it down more? Just let me know. Give me that fucking thing. It didn't budge. What do you mean it didn't budge? I pulled harder. The branch cranked and the mitten tore off. I think I skipped a piece of dialogue on accident. Landing in my hand with a squishy... All too heavy and wet. I squeezed it without thinking, and something dark spilled out of it, forming a tiny string beneath the mitten in the snow. Steam rose up from the snow pile. It's blood. I'm moving closer to the microphone so you can hear me. Straight up blood. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, so I can see somebody dipped out of the stream. There. Alright. That's between 40 and 45, so it's good. Red. The sound of crackling branches invaded the silence. I didn't have time to think twice before running away. I just booked it. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches and closing the distance with giant leaps. Snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. It's still so loud. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged down into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. How do you like my heart pounding? But there was one more voice, probably of reason. It gave me strength and spurred me on. I'm gonna stop doing that. You can do it. Stop. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It's the bear. It was so loud, my ears went numb. It felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Their nostrils sucked in freezing air, and they sensed my fear. I probably smelled like it. 2 giant wings flapped above my head. It's the owl! I just pulled a muscle in my eyeball. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. A wheeze? The roar. It's so... The roars were coming from all directions now. Wow, I was being very loud. From the dried up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, and under the windfall. Yes, I took off my fucking headphones because it was so loud. Hurry, run, don't look back. I felt like I was inside of a nightmare. Is there any way for me to turn down the volume? There probably is. Oh. Wow, that's so much better. Alright. I felt like I was inside of a nightmare. The snow clearing quickly became viscous like quicksand. I was stuck in place, but I pulled my leg from the trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper. I look like I'm making pretty good time, though. And deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing it wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. And you pull an eyeball muscle by going like this. I'm tempting fate by doing it again. I gathered all my strength and I rushed. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole and my soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump and from there ran to my house. Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. The house was the line of defense with all these sharp-ass fences from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden under the snow. I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks. As if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed these marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was so much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and it obediently gave way. And then I rolled into the hallway, shut the door behind me, and now I can turn the game volume back up a bit because god damn was that loud. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. Tiny Bunny does not fit this game at all. Yeah. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone, and the breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here, 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring. Oh hell yeah, the nice music is back, baby! Like snow in spring, and with it, the last bit of strength I had left my body too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Oh, look, my mom is showing her concerned face. There's nothing to be worried about, baby. There's no reason to be concerned. I'll protect you. Whew! Whew! Apron's gone! Whew! Her expression changed immediately. Let me turn my face cam back on. Sorry. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before. All those quarrels. She finally saw my condition. My wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you too? God damn, what the fuck has Dad been saying? That is fucked up. I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her when I was very little and when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. Welcome to the stream, whoever you are. I expect you to leave and then I will insult you. But Mom, I don't know. I read once that I'm supposed to greet people when they join the stream, but it always feels so corny to do it. So yeah, enjoy. But at the same time, if you leave, I will insult you for your flakiness. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyelids shined like steel. Her voice rang out. Your dad can't find his cigarettes. Oh, he smokes too? Smells bad. I can get a leg up on that, man. Be honest. Did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? There was someone chasing me, I thought. I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself, tears welling up in my eyes. Mom leaned towards me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. She then squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed. Oh man, she looks real scared now. Look at this. Nothing to be afraid of, baby. I will protect you. I will protect you, beautiful lady. Her expression changed in an instant and she covered her mouth with one hand. Ooh. Even when she's scared, she still looks fine. Let me turn my base cam back on. You're not allowed to simp for the beautiful Russian woman. Only I am. My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again. Mom said to look into the backyard at the fence. And my pursuers, were they still following me? Were they still in the field? I could swear I heard something scratch the door, just like my nightmares. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in snow. Yeah, these are wild dogs. This happened back then, because no one could feed their pets, because if they did, other people would see that as a sign that they had more than everyone else. So everyone kind of just let their dogs loose, and a lot of wild dogs would, you know, get together in packs. And fun fact about wild dogs, they're the only, they're one of I think they're the only species of, like, canine that does this, but they're one of very few species. Humans do it, some chimpanzees do it. It's very rare, but they hunt for sport and pleasure, not just for food. They'll go after, you know, just for the thrill of the kill. By the way, I'm reading the chat real quick, and Cass is saying she is so simp-worthy, though, and you are correct. Apron's gone, and it's like, oh, choice. I don't know what these gestures are. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in snow through the icy winter patterns on the glass. Dogs! Just a small pack of strays with no name and owner, barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Oh boy, were you scared of them? Oh, damn, man, look at her. Ooh, muting the camera. Y'all gonna simp with me. Now she's smiling. Whew. 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 Bet you're glad you're watching this stream now, huh, boys? And girl, Cass. Possibly girls, because I don't know who this third viewer is. I don't think it's 1M. It might be someone new. Girl or boy, I don't know who you are, but... Whew. That smile looks kind of strained, but, don't worry, y'all. I'll melt your worries away. My queen. My queen. Oh boy, we scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton. They were chasing me. Like a bunny. A tiny bunny. And what if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Oya? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. Damn, that's fucked up. But again, given the time period, it makes sense they would think that way. It's kind of fucked up, but it makes sense that she would be thinking that way. Because of, everyone's got to be careful with their rations. That's probably why we moved out here, by the way, is because they're like, it's easier to get food if you're in the forest. You can hunt bow and arrow style. I don't really know how to shoot that well, but I can fucking knock a bow and arrow real well. I'm decent with a gun. Reading the chat real quick, and Cass is saying that it's real smooth, and it is, because look at her. Oh, only the finest of lines for this right here. I mean, come on. I gotta stop. This is getting uncomfortable for all of us, and someone left the stream. I'm sorry. Fuck you, whoever left. You know I'm right. Mom, look. They're alive, huh? What? Are they your friend or foe after all? Oh, I was saying, Mom, like, don't shoot the dogs. They're living things, and they're puppies. Who would shoot a puppy, you sick bitch? I'm sorry, that wasn't called for. You're a beautiful woman. But who would shoot a puppy? Don't do that. Sorry. I'll stop. That was smooth for how you mentioned tied in the title. Oh. You were saying it was smooth, how I put the title in. Tiny Bunny. Alright. Not the sick lines I was dropping on this woman. But sure, it was totally for the hot Russian mom. Thanks, Cass. I'm glad at least you appreciate me. Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. You're not a little kid anymore. That's true. That's true. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that I bit my lower lip and phased my gaze in the cobweb-ridden corner. We gotta clean our goddamn house. Some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. Stray dogs can fucking kill people, dude. Have you seen those, like, stray dogs in Africa? Those things fucking... They destroy. They fucking destroy. And what for? What use do I have for this? Mitten. Of course! A dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective. I hurried to present this clue to my mom. Mom, look at this is Boa's mitten. Mom, look! Look what I've got! Just like blood pooling on the ground. It's Vova's right hand. That boy the police were asking about in the morning. It's drenched in blood, and I found it hanging on a tree, and I can show where. Let's call the police right away, like the officer told us to. Mom, look. Ew. A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face, as if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the image slips away. It's probably her mitten from when she used to live here, before we, like, ran away from home to escape the Gulag people. So that's like her childhood mitten, and she had it hanging there this whole time. I had not seen them like a dog that brings a dead bird into the house. I don't know, maybe. I heard this story the other day. I've got so many stories. About, like, a pack of wild dogs, right? This guy was on this camping trip in Africa, and they were all staying in cabins, and a pack of wild dogs came through, or some sort of wild animal. It might have been hyenas or something. Some sort of wild canine came through. And it came up to the door, and it opened it, because wild dogs are generally pretty smart as well, because they're always having to outthink in order to hunt. They've got, like, tactics and stuff. So it jumped up, and it would push down the doorknob to open the door. And, like, some guy got, like, dragged out of his cabin and out into the thing, so that way the whole pack could get him. And there was nothing anybody could do, because it was like, it's a whole fucking pack, you know? No, when a dog brings a dead bird into the house, well, that's different. That's because, generally, if an animal brings you something, it's as a gift. Like, if it brings, like, same with cats, they'll bring you food, it's often if they don't see you eat, like, in person, and they think that you're starving because they haven't seen you eat. So they're trying to bring you food, to make sure you eat so that you're safe, because they care about you. So, no, they're not doing that for the thrill of the kill. They're just doing that because they love you. My mom's dog Lexi is like that. She fucked up like a whole pack of chickens because she just went off on them. She's very much got like a hunting dog instinct. I've never been hunting, but I feel like if I ever go, I'm gonna take that dog with me because she's got like she can fucking leap, do all sorts of nonsense. As if she was trying to remember something distant. I'm sorry, I'll get back to it. I keep getting off track. Like someone tries to remember their dream, but the image slips away. Stop it this moment. Oh, she's angry now. Oh. Oya will go insane if she hears you. She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time, and you joke around like this. At this moment, I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow, not blood. There was no blood at all. I wanted to sink through the floor in embarrassment. Come here, my boy, who cried Wolf. Don't just stand there. Come, take your pills. A golden-colored pill. What am I taking? Reminiscent of a dead wasp fell into my palm. What are you giving me, lady? What sort of fucked up drugs are these? Huh? I'm looking over at the thing. And there's no comments at all. Alright. I was also adjusting the microphone. I've been streaming now for a good 3.5 hours, so I'm starting to get kind of, stammering. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. I told you to stay home, and you... Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Come. But instead, you'll just drug me. I mean, not for nothing, but bruises are temporary. The damage this shit can cause is pretty fucking forever. Come on, take it, or you won't be able to sleep at night. And you have school tomorrow. Oh, it's evening, so these are sleeping pills. Not gulag pills. You spelled both of the vowels you got wrong there, Cass. But I can sass you because you're an honors college student. What the fuck? So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drink it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Maybe it wasn't Boba's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters and Olia's owl. Am I going mad? I'm saying all this to my mother. Oh shit, the house just buzzed. What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect, or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me once more, bringing yawning indifference with it. Oh, now I don't give a shit. Anton, you done? See, you can do it when you try. Lady, I don't know what the fuck you've just given me, but it is fucked up. Spelling is not my strong suit, okay? Plus, I don't know Russian. I think gulag is a word in English as well. But, alright. Whatever you say, Cass, whatever you say. I feel like I can't sass Gil for his intelligence anymore. Which is a problem, because all of my sasses are about dumb, like bullshit like that, you know? But I can sass you for it, because you're in honors college. That's, take some dedication. Take off your coat. Are you asleep? No, Mom, I'm just thinking. About what, I wonder? About something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son, and not some doppelganger that came in from the forest. Is everything alright? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window. I'm alright, Mama. I'm alright. She heaved a deep sigh. Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. What the fuck kind of acid did she just give me? The light bulbs also felt different. They're dimmer and yellow. Even the saliva in my mouth had a different taste. Melody from Aladdin could be heard on the upper floor. Olia was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched to other tapes. And now I'm gonna read the chat. It's an honors scholarship for a community college. Still pretty good scholarship. Nice going, Cass. Keep it up. You're doing great. And this kid, yeah, he is straight fucked. Like, whew. My man's is going places. He's on a fucking journey. His fucking saliva stays different. I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink, and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Oh damn, look. My man's looks like he is 20 right now. His age has just gone over the course of this thing, you know? Then I went upstairs. Jafar's and Lago's voices had died down. I walked past Olia's bedroom and slipped into my own. Oh, so this is my room. What's in here? Wait, what is... Oh, the forest didn't look as grim during the day. Entangled tree branches in the distance, and the snowy field behind our house, and the forest brought sleepiness to my eyes. But sometimes, I would still catch myself looking in the window at the icy treetops instead of doing my homework. Okay. I just look over and seeing the chat, hot mom. But she is, though. Like, you know? My gal is fine as hell. If I simp for the right ladies. I dreamt of becoming an artist instead. I don't care about any of this. My best works. Hey. I like how... I can't say now, because you can't see it anymore. But on the left, there was like a normal picture of like a little like castle. Like it looked like something a 12-year-old would draw. And then just to the right and beneath it was like a cowboy silhouette with like detail and everything. A 28-year-old 6th grader. Yeah. dino and robot on his shelf. I didn't see it. I wasn't paying enough attention. One of the drawers was empty. I hid the mitten in there. Achievement unlocked. Run for your life. Run for your life. Damn. I wonder what would have happened if I had chosen to not go for the mitten. You see? Choices. Decisions. Branching narratives. The simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. And then I closed the drawer. I sat on the bed. And then, only then did I notice there's someone behind the curtains. My tired hands dropped into the sheets. Whether it was due to medication or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls. It was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. Everything's coming in and out. Who has an empty drawer? Ah, I scratched my fucking nose again, and I don't know. God damn it, that hurt. Fuck. Ow. It's like turning all red. It like itches along here, but I have like a cut right here from something. I don't know what, but it... Fuck. Sorry. Yeah. Who has an empty drawer? It's a good point, but like, it's sort of weird. And I'm sorry I keep hurting myself. I'm not trying to. It's just like these phantom itches, and I have some sort of scratch along right here. And it hurts. It hurts bad. Whether it was due to the medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room's contorting, the room's corners bent and undulated, all woo. If I were editing this, then I would do some effects right here, some fucking jiggly shit, but I'm not, because this is a live stream, and I don't know how to do live stream effects. The only stable thing in the whole room is the figure behind the windowsill and the curtains. A flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor. Just like a savant of sorts. That's not what savant means. Oh yeah, who else will be standing there? I stood and licked my dried up lips. I stood and licked my dried up lips, and I am losing the ability to fucking read. Also, fellas, get ready, because if this is Olya, you're gonna be like, oh, like this whole family's drawn that way. Damn. Yeah, Olya, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains, as if there was a thick layer of darkness there, not a human being. I reached towards the curtains. Beat my heart, controlled by medication. The wind sang in the field with a chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to the bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They were looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. Plastic rings rustled against the holder when I pulled open the curtains. Gotcha! Olya, straight up, it does not look like a child, alright? Now she looks like a fucking horror gremlin, alright? But still not a child. Horror creature. Very thin 20-something. Like if she was like a 20-year-old who just woke up from a coma. Yeah. Except for now her eyes are kind of, you know. It's got like a bit of a Promised Neverland thing going on. Bruh, it's almost 1 a.m. for you. I apologize, Cass, although this thing will be ending soon. I told you from the beginning, because I'm pretty sure this is in chapters, and we're almost done with the first one. A blindingly bright halo lit up above Olya's head. Look at her now. With the setting sun in the background. I just realized there's a rabbit that's been staring at me, slowly moving up through this entire thing. My sister was shining. Just like when she was a baby. Dad used to say she was shining with happiness. Tiny 20s. Look, man. All the girls in this game are fine, but Olya is canonically a child, so I will hold back my comments. But also, it is not my fault. I am not the one who drew her to be that way. I always retorted, but Dad, she's not some flashlight. No, I thought... I'm so fucked up after my comments just now. My eye like zeroed in on a flashlight, and I was like, why the fuck is flashlight right there? Like, that's so fucked. Let me hurry up, and the dad is a hunk. Sure, Cass, I don't have the ability to judge, but I don't necessarily agree. I brought her to the window one day, and sunlight poured on her smiling face. I felt like I was holding a child woven from light. I saw everything. Oh, really? What did you hide? She was just like, I don't know why I keep giving Olya voices and then not giving her voices, but someday I'll commit. She was just like my mom when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched to her commanding tone of voice. It's nothing, just... Olya ran up to the table, her eyes round, and asked, You stole something and hid it there! She kind of looks like a kid in that one. Sort of. Not really, but yeah, sort of. Are you a thief? Oh my lord! What? Don't be stupid, Olya. I didn't steal anything. A clear image came to mind, that mitten hanging from a tree branch. Now it's the little cut in my nose that's itching, and it is not pleasant. I don't even know how I managed to cut my nose, but I did. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest? From the tilted figure standing behind the trees? Olya could be selfish and stubborn when she wanted. Then show me! Swear that you won't tell anyone and I'll show you. Olya wore a plotting smile. That kid is a straight-up serial killer. I take back everything I've said up till now. I swear on Mom's heart, which you're gonna fucking remove with a knife, you demon. An oath she heard in one of the movies about the pioneers we watched. Pioneers who ate each other. We're talking about the kids who settled Utah, because this kid is a demon. Don't say things like that. Olya nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary key. She was filled with curiosity that was splashing in her giant eyes. I opened the door and Olya leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter. Is this someone's mitten? She said that as if she couldn't understand what she saw. A certain boy lost it, and got lost himself. Now do you understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander the forest at night, Olya? One smile and you hate her now. Look, you saw that smile, alright? It was a pretty fucked up grin, alright? A girl grins at you that way, and she's gonna literally take a bite out of you, so you just take a couple steps back and you go, ho ho ho, I would like to keep all the flesh attached to my person, thank you very much. He must really be cold out there, Olya says. Will they find him? They will. The police are going house to house, showing his photo to everybody. Olya traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window. And why are they going to houses and not the forest? Are they scared? That's a good question, Olya. God damn. Also, you're back on the fine train, because, it's not my fault. Again, not the one who drew her. The question got me off guard. The police aren't scared of anything. Yeah, right, Flash in my clouded mind. Well, we've known for a while now that the owl ghost is gonna get her. Probably. I feel like she's probably gonna be like, we have to save her or something. I'm not sure, though. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, then how did they miss the mitten? And we saw footprints beneath the mitten. Somebody saw that mitten. Or did it appear later for me? Is this kid whose name starts with a V that I can't remember just fucking with me? I don't know. Let's change the topic. As it's trying to get Olya as far away from possible from the forest thicket. We may get a reward if I go and find this boy by myself. A lot of stuff, like in Field of Wonders. A Soviet and Russian TV game show, still running to this day. It's basically Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of stolen TV shows and shit in Russia, so I would believe it. School sounds cool, right? Olya wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. Yeah, right? Even this guy's noticing it. What? What if the owl got him? Nonsense, an owl couldn't lift a human. But, you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced him out of my overexerted brain. Stay away from the forest. I think it's, how do I put this? It's cursed or something. Just like in a fairy tale? No, not like that. More like in that spooky tape Mom and Dad are hiding from us. they ain't hiding that tape because it's cursed. They hiding that tape for another reason, and I need to get my hands on that tape because I have seen the actors, and I know you want to see it as well. Am I not wrong, Cass? Cause, and whoever else is watching. Why can no one just be a child in this game? I don't know, but like, hey man, I can just pretend in my head that they're like 10 years older than they actually canonically are. It's like an anime, you know? All the characters, they're always like 14-year-old superheroes with a maturity and looks and attitude and everything of like a 25-year-old, you know? And they're like, I'm gonna save the world. And it's like, fuck yeah, you are. You fucking... Obviously, but, you know. Same thing. I always just mentally add like 10 years to all the characters' ages, so that way I can tolerate watching it, because otherwise it's like, that is not a child. What the fuck is that thing? You know? Like, what kind of fucking cryptid demon are you? Olya shivered and stole a glance at the window. I saw you running away. Was someone chasing you? No, it just, I was hurrying back home so Mom won't be worried. Weren't the dogs, like, biting at our heels? Russian sex tape for the win. Like a 15-year-old high school freshman with rock-hard abs in anime. I get it. Right? It's like, that is not possible. Physically, it just does not make sense. And they're also always like 6 foot tall, or I guess like 5'8", whatever the like tall is by Japanese considerations. I'm like 6 foot tall, so they'd be short to me. But in Japan, they're fucking tall, and they're like leery. They've got like sharpened facial features, which you don't even develop until you're in your 20s. Like, it's physically impossible until you're in your 20s. It's a bullshit. And Bohen is saying Russian Shrek tape, all the Shrek movies on one tape. My man, now that would be cursed. I've been watching a lot of Shrek memes recently. Have you seen that one? Is like, it's like Donkey, and every time he opens his fucking mouth, you hear like bass noises. It's like, can you not be yourself for 5 minutes? I'm sorry, I'll get back to it. I gotta end this game soon so you can go to bed. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She's so fragile. It was so easy to stifle her light. What the fuck? A gust of wind, and her small fire would be gone. Again, what the fuck? I just want to reiterate, by the way, this main character is 12. And like, alright, you're lucky. Mom won't even let me go outside. No, you're lucky. You do not want to be out there. I'm like a princess in the tower. I can't go anywhere. I'll die from boredom here. You're wrong. No one has ever died of boredom. That is factually not true. Some monkeys have, and I'm sure some humans have as well, because we're sister species or whatever. But yeah, if you're isolated for too long with nothing to do, it's like solitary confinement. You can totally lose it in there, and you can, if it's for too long, just straight up die. Long time though, long time. Got to be like a year or more. Depends on your threshold. I don't know why I keep looking over at the chat like you guys are gonna be like, ah, yes, interesting. And have me and you have me, and you have your cartoons, and Mom and Dad will be good to each other soon, I'm sure. You know what I would wish for on my next birthday? Oh, you know what I would wish for on my next birthday? I'd wish for Mom and Dad to turn into children so we could play together like we used to. Wow, that is quite the wish. But let's be honest, it's more realistic to say you'll turn into an adult because you fucking already fit the bill. Yeah, and if, I don't know, I'm getting distracted because I saw Cass said something in the chat, but it's not something I need to read, so I don't need to be looking over there because she's just talking to Bohen04. Yeah, and if you'd make them as small as bugs, we could place them in a little baby box. Olya giggled and tugged at my sleeve and got uncomfortably close. Tony, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue went over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of heinous apathy. I'm too tired and I don't care about you. Come on! It's so boring alone, and Mom is always busy. We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before. I know all of our tastes by heart at this point. Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it? And so much happens after that. Let's go. Maybe a bit later. I'm just gonna check over here because Cass is saying something in the chat. Yes, so fascinating, Sir Rem. You truly construct brilliant thoughts. Maybe a bit later. I'm just assuming that was sarcastic. It may have been totally genuine. I wouldn't know. Maybe a bit later. Should I tell you how it ends? Let's leave that for tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. I know, let's play hide and seek. No, Olya. Then draw me a dino. Olya, please. How can you do this to her? How could you? How? Draw it, please. Would you leave me alone already? Damn. And I pushed her. Way the hell back there. I blurted it out without thinking, and immediately I was taken aback. I'd never screamed at my little sister like that. It's these pills, man. We're on some fucked up wonder drug. It's doing something bad to us. Olya stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. Oh no, I made her cry. It's fucked up, but my sister is fine as hell in this game. My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? It is in real life as well. What's happening to me with these drawings? I hurried to prevent Olya from crying. Alright, you wait, let's go watch cartoons for a bit. I don't wanna. I came up to her and put my hand on her soft head. Cop. Let's go. Let's go watch Peter Pan. Boo, you'll fall asleep again. It's not my fault. I've been drugged. Literally. In the actual plot, I have been drugged. I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless, and I'm like, ooh. Did not mean to do that. I was gonna say words, but then I looked at myself in the stream window and saw, ooh. I just... Sorry. I promise I won't fall asleep. And I'll draw you a full Triceratops later. Hooray! Triceratops! Sure. Alright, close enough. Olya rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas. A shining smile returned to her face. Again, 12-year-olds don't do this. No, I'm 12 in this game. I think Olya is supposed to be like 6 or 7. Like, I don't know for sure, but whatever it is fucked. Alright? Straight fuck. Kids do not have that much bone structure. It just does not make sense. The author's very good at drawing, just not children, and all of his drawings are just choice. Except for the main character and that other kid in the photo. They actually looked kind of like kids, so maybe he drew them last and, like, you know, a bit more detailed. Or maybe it's intentional. Maybe he's the fucked up one. I don't know. I'll go ask Mom for condensed milk and bread. That is fucking good, by the way. I had a couple of moments in my childhood where we had condensed milk and bread, and it was like, the bread is fresh, just how you like it. Some fresh bread with like the thicker, really chewy rind. You just put some condensed milk, like sweet, it's chewy. It's like, ooh, it's nice. Alright, just be careful not to spill the milk, or you'll be yelled at again. Wanna bet I won't spill it? No, not with you smiling like that. And there it goes, out. And now I want you to go away. Again, I'm pivoting between, that's not a 12-year-old, way too fine. And that's not a 12-year-old, she's a fucking demon from hell itself, sent to drag my soul into the abyss. The tape is somewhere on the nightstand. You look for it. Alright, I actually do know this thing ends right after you watch the tape, by the way, Cass, this first chapter, so we're getting really close to the end. Olya disappeared into the doorway. I dragged my feet to the neighboring room. Like, you watch a tape, a couple of things happen, and I think he falls asleep. And that's how it ends. That's all I really know. I'll turn on the TV. The old photon TV was gathering dust in the corner. It's nice looking. Right? Very retro, very vintage, very choice. All that was left. Also, technically, it's not even that fucked up of me to say because this takes place in the 90s. I was born in 99, so look, you can see my character's reflection in the glass, and I look like I am straight up in the 90s, as in a 90-year-old man. He looks like an old man. However, they would be in their mid-30s, I think, now, so... I click the front panel, the static turns on, the movie should already be loaded in, the tube warmed up with a familiar white noise. My brother was also born in 1999. Well, how about that? That's pretty cool, Cass. That's pretty cool. I have a sister, but she's older than me, and you're younger than me, so that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat indeed. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR when a fucking hand popped. No, when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment. Oh, it was a dark taiga forest, just like the one outside my window. The picture split the screen in half. Something creepily resembling human speech was coming out of the speaker. That is not human speech. That is a man with a microphone going... My guy's like, what are you saying? Wow, we have siblings. Isn't that neat? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yo, Bohan, you're still watching, right? You got any siblings, my guy? Join our rapport. Get in on these combos, man. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by noise. Did it catch some rogue signal? Local TV stations only really showed Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. Yeah, because again, a lot of people were getting killed back then. Off to the gulags if you're enjoying TV. And only just recently, I used to watch Robotech before school. It was so awesome. Maybe I should tinker with the antenna. What if I catch this channel again? But on the other hand, Olya asked me to find the tape, and it wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I just don't have the strength to do it. And now I'm gonna do it! What I got distracted by online class. What did you ask me? Yeah, I asked you, are there any siblings? No, I don't. Damn, Bohan, you could have got in on this sick sibling bonding that we're doing. Yo, Cass, you also a middle child? You also the least favorite? Nah. Are you the afterthought child? That's good. But are you a middle child? I sifted through the shelves full of dolls and blue hippos from Kinder Surprise. I'm the youngest of two, so nope. Aw, man. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Then you've got more in common with Bohan, because the youngest usually has a pretty similar thing to an only child. Not exactly, but decently, you know? Decently common pathologies. I've read psychology papers. Now I find the tape that I need thanks to its shabby spine. It's right there. I pull it out. I got the black rectangle out of the box. I thought it was the one in the middle, but I guess it was on the side. The tape inside it rustled. I mean, it's just like an average thing, I think. Like, oldest children tend to be more responsible, I think. Only children tend to be more reserved because they have a mix of being the oldest child and a middle child sort of in there. Middle children tend to be... I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I read this, so I'm trying to remember stuff from like 4 years ago. And youngest are generally a lot more like open and willing to talk to people on average. Because they're used to having older siblings and also having the most freedoms from their parents growing up. The tape inside it rustled while rewinding to the beginning. The rustle was lulling me to sleep. Drowsiness attacked me while I was squatting before the TV. I'm squatting? I'm just in front of the TV like, Let's fucking... I don't know why I did that. You can't see my legs, but I'm in like a full crab stance, you know? I'm more responsible one and the more social one. And yeah. Because youngest children are generally a lot more social and a lot more personally responsible. Older children are a lot more like, they look after the other ones and like messy room type of thing. Most only children are the reason why they are an only child most of the time. Yeah, I don't know why my parents had more after me, because I was like a demon baby. Like, I was an insomniac child who woke up instantly and was like, you know, Like I was 2 like years of like barely any sleep from my parents until I was like 3. They could more or less sleep on my own. My brother usually ignored me. Sorry to hear that, Cass. It's too bad. I mean, to be fair, I'm not like particularly close to my siblings either, so I'm not poised to comment. Images whirled in my head. Me and Olya flying above the forest. My sister's laughing, but her smile becomes more and more forced with every second. I notice that the clouds underneath us part, bearing the bristly pine tops. Swampy darkness slurped along the trees. Am I like having a vision of the future? You haven't started without me, have you? Oh, Olya, you got the fucking condensed milk? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, the piano music's back. My sister brought the tray with unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. Man, it's making me hungry now. I stopped eating at 4 p.m. It's like 10 now. I could go for some like fresh bread, crusty. You got hot chocolate too. I rub my eyes. No, come and sit. Mom and Dad are arguing again. Oh, they're going through rough times. Rough times are lame. That's true. On the screen, Wendy was hiding Peter Pan's shadow into the dresser. Olya was entertained by the cartoonish dog Nana? That's got to be a mistranslation. Maybe Mom and Dad will buy us a dog too. Never mind, it's not. Yeah, right. I'll have my own dog in the Neverland, and a cat, and a parrot. Dude, parrots would be so cool to have, but they live for so long, so they're difficult. Fresh bread with tons of air pockets is mwah, right? Mwah, it's a choice. Yeah, and like you overcook it just a little bit, just to make the outside kind of like hard, but still like chewy, and then you gotta like really tear into it, and it's like, put some like sweet condensed milk over that. Or you put some oil in a pan, put a little sugar on the bread, and then you like make it caramelizes onto the bread while frying the bread, right? Put some condensed milk over that, and it is just, you know? Mwah. Chef kisses. Olya smiled, smeared a slice of bread with a thick layer of condensed milk and handed it to me. Have you lost all your baby teeth? Obviously. Olya frowned, deep in thought. You haven't? How old is Olya? I'm losing my fucking mind. Peter Pan has baby teeth. What if they won't let you go to his land with adult teeth? Oh no, she doesn't have it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back on solid ground. It's okay. I was losing it for a second there. We'll think of something. We'll ask Dad to alter your age in the passport. That's a smart idea right there. And why would Dad forge documents? To get us the fuck out of here. Olya took a bite from the sandwich and started talking with her mouth full. He will. He told Mom that he did that before. You'll grow ears as big as Dumbo's. Olya got worried and touched her ear, but I smiled to myself. Olya, don't worry, you'd still be adorable. Wait, what are you saying over there? No, just, my little sister was silent now, and she just devoured bread, watching the adventures of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and James Hook. James Hook. This motherfucker looked up Captain Hook's name, because I cannot remember a point in the story where it's revealed as fucking James. It's as if she got sucked into the fairy tale Neverland. To be honest, I also imagine myself there. A land with no dark, or no one ever ages. No one argues over little things, and no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. It felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then, my sister's scream pulled me back to reality. Tony, shut the curtains fast! Why? No one's watching you. It's dark. When it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. Man, did I fall asleep? That's fucked up. Right after I promised I wouldn't. My guy has no honor. I got out of bed, fighting my own drowsiness, and I closed the curtains. But I'm on, like, fucking, what's that sleeping pill called that, like, everybody uses in California that really fucks you up, and you can, like, wake up and make a full meal while you're on it and not remember in the morning? What's that? I'll just look it up. Fucking popular sleeping pill prescription. Xanax, I think? Is Xanax a sleeping pill? Is Xanax a sleeping pill? It's prescribed off-label as an insomnia treatment, so kinda. No, Xanax. It might be something else. It's like an actual controlled substance, and it's you go on it and you go into like this fog. I was hearing this bit from Joey Diaz, this comedian. He was talking to, or maybe it was Joe Rogan, talking about being in it with Joey Diaz, both comedians. And they were in some hotel, and there was a fire, and everyone got like walked out of it, and people were like walking out there like barely even lucid, and people were like snapping into lucidity in the middle of the walk and looking around like, what the fuck's going on? Because they couldn't remember it, you know. They were used to waking up in the middle of the night, but like and doing things, but not like surrounded by other people, because they were on a bunch of fucked up drugs. Big old fucking hotel full of people and fucking whatever. I did my best not to look outside, towards the treetops, towards taiga forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from the shadows of branches scraping the snow. Tony, Mom thinks I made the owl up, and Dad too. He thinks I'm a liar since I'm small. But the owl exists. Honestly, it does. Look, I believe you. Alright? Of course I believe you. I've seen fox demons. And I think I heard the owl in the last, when I went outside. It comes every night, and I swiftly grabbed Olia's hand and looked into her eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have those qualities? Yes, I believe you, alright? Just don't nag our parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they'll just get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens. And don't look out that window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and it never existed, like it's made up and just like Mom and Dad say. You'll get tired of waiting and fly away. See? Scary owls don't got shit on me. I swear to God, if this chapter ends with an owl spook. Actually, I thought that something happened when you put the tape in. Like it switched to some like demon tape and the character was like, demon tape! And then they went in and watched Peter Pan and then it ended. So I have no idea what's happening. I do know we're near the end though. It was madness. But after everything but I have been saying that for like an hour now, so I apologize because I could be flat wrong. But after everything that's happened recently, I was more and more inclined to believe Olia's owl existed. Huh? Alright. We followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing happened. As if the forest didn't kidnap kids. Our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running away from the crocodile of time, and Captain Pan was headed towards London on a gilded sailboat. I do not remember Peter Pan at all. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my sister. Olia's eyelids had several ways to take that sentence. Sorry. Again, child. Gotta remember, this is a child. Olia's eyelids had dropped. She started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the side of the bed. I stood up and left Olia's room. I'm not gonna like tuck her in or anything. Like an asshole. I was looking out the window, studying the field, when Mom peeked into my room. Woo! Woohoo! Woohoo! Bohan, good time to come back. Look who's making a late night visit. My hot mom. Enough playing around. It's your first day of school tomorrow. Go to bed. You should sleep properly. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? You think kids tease you for that? Ram, control yourself around the sexy Russian mom. Look, it's impossible. It's alright. Got me feeling some type of way. Adults think everything is so simple. As if sound sleep would ensure my classmates would like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming. To something invisible rustling in the corners. My inner voice had a question with me. Do I want to hear that mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barrier that was my walls. Again, 12-year-old's thoughts right here. Nah, I was always here, but I can focus on your stream now. Hell yeah, you can, Bohan. I can focus on anything with that lady around. Oh, she'd be talking about fucking accounting, and I'd be like, hell yeah, numbers! The forest wailed behind the barrier that was my walls. Some ethereal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled on into the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies entering my head before becoming weak and tangled and leaving and coming back in a big ball of flies. I fucking hate the creaking in the background again. I hate it so much. I'm sorry, Cass, but it kind of soothes me. But again, I lived on a mountain for like a year, so yeah, you get used to it. Like miles from any other civilization. I didn't notice how I fell into slumber. But then I realized that I did. Oh, I finished it! Thank you for completing episode 1 of Tiny Bunny. Did you enjoy it? Do you want to know what happens next? We're already working hard on the continuation of the story. I thought, like, things happened, you know? I thought there was, like, a next chapter. I guess not. Maybe that's it. I thought that, like, you put in the tape, and then you heard things happening, and then there was more, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's like a DLC I have to buy. I don't know. Maybe that's chapter 2 stuff. That's like how it opens, and that's how I heard about it. That would make sense. I'm going to read the chat now again. My house is tile, so it shouldn't get to me. Tile can creak if it has wood underneath it, and most houses have wooden support beams, so it could creak if you have a second floor. Just find it. You gotta find the right spot where the creaking happens. My house has, like, fake tile. It's like some kind of resin, I think. It might be real tile, I'm not sure. My old house had tile. The one in the mountains, though, was all wood, and it was, like, very tall, but there was no second floor, so it was like really big, high ceilings, and wind would blow through because it's a fucking mountain. Wind blows a lot up there, and the whole thing would kind of, you know. And there was this one spot where there's like an opening in between one side of the house and the other. And there's like like you can walk to between the front and the backyard seamlessly. I thought that dun dun was the fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure theme. Dun 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 dun. I was like, no way. But yeah, there was like a big hallway area, and wind would blow in between there, and it would make like a sound late at night. And sometimes wild pigs would come up, because Hawaii is fucking overgrown with wild pigs, and they would come up to the area, and they'd be sniffing around, and they would mess with stuff, and it would wake me up sometimes. It would piss off Lexi too, the dog, my mom's dog, I suppose, but kind of like my dog as well. And that's the end of the game, I guess. I just want to look really quick on Steam before I end things. Second episode. It says right here, second episode. Is it like DLC? Is it on? Let's look at the store page. All right, because it says, oh, upcoming release. What are we talking about? Because you know I gotta get more of this guy's hot mom going on. Wow. Okay, no, there is an ending where you look at the TV. I'm seeing it now on the game page. The music can die now? Yeah, alright. Give me a second. I'm seeing on the Steam page, there is like a moment of it where like a goat demon appears on the TV static. I must have just missed that somehow. Damn. Maybe that's what happens if you run away instead of taking the thing. Like it's like angry at you for not being brave. I don't know. It looks like they have not released the second episode, but they're planning on releasing it soon. Yeah, very, very soon. So I'll continue this game whenever they do that, and that'll be cool. Yes, the music can end now because the game is over. Also, I'm gonna be playing very soon, I'm going to be playing, when does it fucking come out, actually? It comes out in, like, a couple days, I think. February 11th. So in 2 days, I'm going to be streaming Little Nightmares 2. And I am so hyped, because that's the game... When I first made my first YouTube channel, the original one, years ago, I made it when Little Nightmares 1 came out, and that was the first playthrough that I put up on that channel, and I kept up on that channel. I made a bunch before then, and I deleted all of them because they were very bad, but that was the first one that I kept up. And by now, it's also very bad, but, you know, I think it'll be kind of cool to play that game, because whenever I release my third video, like proper edited video on this channel, Remdot, I'm going to be making a little thing on my old channel telling everybody that I'm still alive and that I've simply migrated to another channel. And so I might see a bit of subscriber during that time. And it'll be cool because, you know, it's like passing of the torch, you know? I don't know. Thanks, Cass, for joining me through this entire live stream. All 2 hours and 40 minutes of it. God damn, you're such a trooper. Bohen as well. You were here for a good hour and 40 minutes out of that 2 hours, maybe even longer, and thank you for that, for sticking around even during your philosophy class, which I have skepticism about because I've been in a couple philosophy classes, and they're often very poorly taught, but I hope that yours is good and was worth participating in. While you participate, I should turn off this video because it's playing sound in the background of screams, and I know that that's scaring Cass. It was really boring. Oh, then it was a bad philosophy class. Good philosophy classes are fucking interesting. I've been reading philosophy books, actually, in my spare time, what little I get. And yeah, good philosophy books and classes can be, like, totally changing your perspective. It's like, whoa, kind of stuff. And then bad philosophy classes, like the one that I had, fucking sat there, listened to some dude rant about how he got, like, the flu, and he was like, it's how strange that we don't have autonomy over our bodies, and blah, blah. And I was like, dude, just because you're bored doesn't mean you have to make other people miserable with your terrible writing. It was a bad class, but it was required. And so, yeah. Hopefully you get into a better philosophy class, my dude. Hopefully you do. Little Nightmares. I'm going to be playing it very soon. Good to know not to take a philosophy class. I mean, you can, but I would take something... I have this theory that, like, really good, actually, like, fucking brilliant philosophers come, like, once a generation if you're lucky, if not once every several generations, you know? It's like there's the Greek ones, like Aristotle, and then there's Plato, and then there's, like, a couple in between there who built off of what they were doing in like, dynamic, interesting, thought-provoking ways. And then you've got, like, the 19th century ones, like Nietzsche and... What's that guy who wrote the Gulag Archipelago? Solzhenitsyn. Like smart people for their time, very smart people. And I don't think we've really had any since then, since the end of all that bullshit that happened in the late 20th century. Did I say 19th? I meant to say 20th century. And because of that, it's like there's a big flush if you take a modern philosophy course of just straight bullshit. And it's like... If you spend enough time on Reddit, you know what it looks like when someone's just bored and when someone actually has something to say. And there is a very large difference. I'll take your word for it, as I know nothing of the subject. I don't either. I'm sure there's philosophy teachers who would fucking pull out their hair in rage hearing me say all this, but it's my theory. Because the first thing you know, you learn about philosophy is that most people's philosophies are just bullshit. That's not true, but that's the first thing I decided. Alright, time for me to wrap up the stream. I'm going to be coming back. I might stream tomorrow, but I probably won't. Most likely, I've had philosophies for 6 years now. Damn, Bowhead, that is intense, and it was boring from the beginning. Did you learn, like, the good ones? Like, the ancient ones? Like, and the 20th century ones, because they've done some pretty... I mean, it's hard to read through it, because they use really ridiculous old-timey English language, but they can do some pretty interesting stuff if you, like, read it, but I don't know. Maybe you've just had a lot of bad teachers, Bohan. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. I hope that whenever you take your next philosophy class, they make it on an interesting fucking subject. Ask him to fucking teach some Nietzsche or something. He's written some interesting stuff. That dude hated Nazis before hating Nazis was even cool in Germany. And you live in Germany! So it could be cool, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm ending the stream there. I'll wrap it up there. Sorry I keep saying that. Thank you for watching and enjoying the stream, both of you. Thanks for passing along these streams. If either of you have been doing that, I know a couple of my viewers have been. Gil did to a bunch of people, and that was fucking cool of him. I don't know if he'll watch this, but if he does, it would be cool of him. What a note to end on, yeah. All my homies hate Nazis. Alright, I'm wrapping it up there. Thank you, and have a good night. It's fucking